Bam. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm back fishing a place y'all seen me fish, but y'all can see the sky here, how cloudy it is. They're calling for rain shortly. I'm in between two rains. It rained all night. We had tornadoes in the area. Yeah, there's other people out fishing. I ain't the only one. There's a boat. There goes a boat. Two boats done come through. I've seen a boat next to my house. But what I'm trying to do this morning, I made these last night. This is the new body style I want to show y'all. That I got, that's coming up, guys. This is one of the colors I'm gonna put in it. It's Blue Boy. All right, guys. Wow, this is crappie. It's a nice one. I've been catching babies. I haven't got the net out. Wow, I can't be a crappie. If it is, he's fighting like a bass, but I feel the head shakes like a crappie. It's a bass. All right. Bam. 4-pound test. I just boat flipped him. I heard a guy, I was watching a crappie video last night, and the guy was flipping them. He said he used his 10-pound test, and he was flipping them, and people in the comments were going, man, you flipping those crappie right in the boat. And they're nice crappie, and they were 12, 13-inch crappie. 10-pound test, guys. I just flipped a 14-inch bass in the boat with 4-pound test. You can flip crappie around with 10-pound test. I've never used line that heavy for crappie fishing. Now, somebody's gonna beat me up on this, I know. But if you're fishing standing timber like I do in Lake Fork and Grenada and stuff, yeah, you're gonna need to use, you don't need to use 4-pound test. I would probably go 6, maybe 8. I use 6 and 8 for bass fishing. When I'm pitching slider heads with a power worm on them around boat docks, guys, I use 6 and 8. I've won bass tournaments using 4 and 6-pound test on lakes that water is pretty clear. And I get to the weigh in, I got a bag of fish, and the guys are going like, man, I don't have a 2. How'd you catch your limit? I go, oh, just small rubber worms. I used a 4-inch rubber worm, an 1/8 ounce slider head, sometimes a 16th ounce, and pitched them around docks in 10, 12 foot of water. Weighed them, took the time till they got to the bottom, moved them slow, and I caught fish. Because of the light line, chain gives you better action. Fish can't see your line. Crappie, they say your line, don't pay attention to the line. I don't believe that. Captain Coleman, watch Crappie Connection, they was on there. They said they do not use yellow green line and all that stuff. They use clear or fluorescent blue or green. Because they said at times crappie are picky. They are picky at times. At times you could use, it doesn't matter. There's times that does matter, guys. I agree with them 100%. But anyway, my point is, don't use heavy line unless you have to. If you're somewhere you need heavy line, that's fine. There's going to be places that you need heavy line. I agree. But there's where that fish came from. He came from that rope that's on that buoy. So I'm going to guess those other ones are bass too. There's some crappie here. I've caught a couple of them. They done caught on to me. I done caught 2 or 3 of them. So let's see if we can move around here and find another school. If not, I'll go to another spot. I'm trying to find anywhere close, guys. I live in that subdivision right there where y'all see those houses. I live on the back side of that hill right there. I'm almost my backyard. That's why I get to fish a lot. They're calling for rain today. We had, like I said, we had bad weather last night. It was pretty rough, guys. Some limbs fell off. First thing I did this morning was went up my roof. I've had 16 trees taken off my property, and I don't have much property. They left all the trees and stuck the house in the middle of it. Yeah, I don't know why they done that, but anyway, I still got too many trees. I got an oak tree you can't put your arm around. Probably 2 of us could get together and maybe put our arms around it. It's only about 10 feet from my house. So as it gets bad limbs on it, you can't have the guy there trimming all the time. I'd have to have him there almost every summer. But small limbs like that don't scare me. But that's what fell last night. It's about the size of your wrist. It's rotten when they come off, right? And it just makes a terrible noise, but it didn't hurt anything. I went up there and threw it off, didn't see any damage. All right, guys. Let me find some. I see some small fish right here. Y'all like my new mount? My buddy made that for me. He lives here. My neighbor. Mounts to the boat down here. He seen one on somebody's fishing show. He said, Dennis needs one of those. There's some fish way at 55 foot. But I can sit right here and touch my buttons, and I can stand like this and y'all can see the screen. Guys, I'm having trouble hooking them because they're so small. I'm getting bites. I get bites every cast. I think it's because they're so small. And it's post sponders. The bigger females, after the big females or bigger fish. I've caught some decent ones yesterday. I was down here. Not yesterday. Thursday evening. This is the color I call Yum. It's a wipeout back. I had to make it a little darker with some green pumpkin. It's a chartreuse belly. It's on the site now in tadpole and the stinger. Guys, I found another one. He might be a 1/4 inch bigger. He is. Oops, come here. He's a little bigger. Hey, I boat flipped him. Woo! This rod's got 4-pound test. I'm not scared to boat flip him. Especially this size, right? He's probably not 9 inches. He's probably 8 3/4, maybe 8. He's probably in the 8 something. I should have just left the camera on. Next cast. They like this color. And you know what? I have trouble selling this color. I made one big batch of them last year, and I still have that batch. There's a few bags left. When I say a batch, probably 20 bags of each. And I bet I probably got 2 or 3 bags left, and I was going to discontinue this color. But there's a few people that like it because they tried it. But I know if you're looking at it, you're going like, well, there ain't a whole lot to it. It's excellent in light stained water or a cloudy day. You got the chartreuse. You got the, this is a pumpkin seed back. But y'all see me catch them on wipeout, and I catch fish on green pumpkin color. Nothing wrong with this color. And you can see these ribs on this body style. See the ribs on this color, I mean. Now let's switch to another color. All right, guys. This one looks like a little bigger. Bam. Switch colors on y'all. I hate when they're hooked in the bottom lip. That's some decent fish. He's probably 10 inches. Look here. Bam. Yeah. What y'all think of that? The guy at the local store down here sells my Crappie baits and bass baits. He said, you got any John Deere green? I said, no, I don't copy other people's colors. This is UV neon green chartreuse belly. Now I made this in the Stinger Juniors and the Tadpole Juniors. Okay. Isn't that a nice looking color? Not a lot of separation between the two greens, but it works. Kind of like the John Deere greens are yellow, I think. But anyway, I said no, but I make a UV neon green and I put a chartreuse belly on it. They're not on the site. I made some and I sent them out to people in the neon colors. And somebody asked me just last week, I think it was, they said, you gonna make the neon color? I like it. You sent me 4 or 5 at a test pack. And that's what I do, guys. I get new colors sometimes. I'll just send them to you in a test pack. And I expect you to come back and holler at me and go, hey, I done good on that color. I like that neon color, or I like that color you sent me. That's how I done the snowflake. Oh man, they're nailing it. I got 2 bites in that one cast. You see that? These fish are a little small, and I think that's why I'm messing a lot of them. But anyway, that's how I test colors and find out if I think they're going to be any good. It's by y'all's comments. So if I send you a color and I write test color on it, holler back at me in comments or something, you know, on a video and say, hey, that test color you sent me was okay, man. All right? But this color is going to be in the body stout. Man. See, on a cloudy day like this, you can't beat chartreuse and those brighter colors. They're beating it to death. They just ain't grabbing it. They're not committing all the way. That's what it is, guys. And a lot of that's the weather. Like I told you, it's calling for rain again this evening. See the sun popping out a little bit now. It's windy. We've had thunderstorms 3 days in a row, and that's one reason the water's got a little more color to it again. And the fish are a little funny about biting. The barometer pressure's up and down. This is not the best time to be fishing, but I'm still catching them. All right, guys. Yeah. This is why I'm having trouble hooking them. So I'm getting a lot of bites. That's why I'm having trouble hooking them. I think a lot of them are just small by the biologist that was on Crappie Connection this week. That crappie's probably only a year and a half old. Maybe that's just his this will be his second year. He said by 3 to 4 years old they're 10 inches. So that crappie there was 7.5, 8. He's got to be 2 years old anyway. Oh, look here, I'm just looking around. They're moving around. They're coming right here on a little point. That's really close to me. That's right here. Like I said, they're just moving around here, kicking around post spawn. They're coming out of these pockets and stuff, heading back toward the main channel. That's what they're doing. Oh, they like this color. Bam. Like I said, neon green and sunshine. If I do anything when I make the, man, they're just beating it. When I make the original colors for the site, if I do anything, I'll probably make the chartreuse a little brighter. There you go. That's a decent one. Bam. A decent fish. He's probably 10 inches. That's on old green. All right. Come here. When you catch them 45, 50 feet from the boat, time you get them to the boat, they wore out. These are 45, 50 feet out. I got them 45 feet. You can see it flashing. I was throwing as far as I could. I like that, guys. Like I said, I think they're easier to catch the further you keep them from the boat. All right, this is neon lime. It's a UV color, as I said, with the pearl belly. Now I added a little bit more white to the pearl. I've been using snowflake, which you can see through. I added like 3 more drops of white, so it's a little darker and it would stand out a little bit more. I wanted a little bit solid white on this with that neon to see how that would work. It worked fine with the light white, but it wasn't no separation there in the color. And that's what I wanted, especially on a new bait like this. And I'm testing it, right? How it shoots and everything. It shoots great. It shoots great. And see, it has a good line on it where the 2 colors meet. It done really good. Well, this one thinks he's mean. Wow, you that mean? Well, that's a nice one. A decent one. The biggest one I think I've caught this morning. This is post spawn, so yeah, that's a decent fish right there, buddy. He's over 10. He's over 10. And we don't have a size limit on this lake. Y'all hear me say that a lot. But I think a 10-inch fish is a good fish. I don't think this is a crappie either. I'm taking drag in it. I got 4 pounds, so. Ooh. There's some guys fishing a tournament just went by. They like to head this one. They see me catching a bass this size on a crappie bait, and they're bass fishing. Let me pull my boat up. It's largemouth too. Most of them I catch here are spots. Come here, open your mouth. What do y'all think of that one? Little tiny bait in his mouth. Alright guys, usually there's so many people running around this gas pump that you can't even think about fishing here. They're just opening up there now. They're opening the gates and stuff, so that's a nice fish. I thought I'll take advantage, and this is on the flash color, okay? Now the flash color is not perfect for today. It's one of my favorite colors in clear water. Flash, Virginia shad, pink lady. Blue boy's good anytime, guys. Everybody calls blue boy all the time. Blue boy's good, but I still think flash and Virginia shad are better, minnow are better in the clear water. Okay. If you go into crickets, wow, silver bullet, it's not many crappie there. See those couple marks right there at the middle of those posts? They're back under that pumps where they're at. They're getting refueled. Told y'all I should have been a comedian. Y'all just thinks, nah. Got another one, guys. I got to sucker them out because I can't get under the dock. I got to cast up, and my bait's got to hit right against that band board and let it fall, and they'll run out and get it. They're only back under there a couple feet. They can see that bait, and that's what they're used to doing. They're under that dock anyway, and when a school of shad comes by, or menace, whatever, maybe first, that's what they're going to do. They're going to run out there and grab them one. Now, I hope this is a crappie, but I think it's going to be another bass. I'm catching plenty of bass today, yep. I just told the people on the dock down there would ask me about catching fish. Could I see the fish with this live scope? And they asked me a lot of questions, and they said they were just getting into fishing more. They had a center console boat. Anyway, look how fat he is. I told him, yeah, I can see the fish. I said, when I'm fishing for crappie, and the bass won't leave me alone. Look at the belly on this thing. Look at that, he's all belly. He's done gorged himself. That's a spotted bass. All right, guys, I'm on an open water school here, and these are nicer fish. I moved from the bridge. There's bass fishermen constantly coming through there, and I caught a bass coming through there. I don't know if I'm gonna show it to y'all or not. That's a decent fish. This is on a color. I'll tell you about it in a minute. I'm gonna get back in the water before the school gets away from me. The wind is kind of bad. Y'all probably noticed that. See, they're right here in open water. Y'all see the specks right there? And I'm doing what I do a lot of, guys. I'm just running around. I'm out on a point. You see, this is the main, kind of the main lake. This is a cove here. I'm out on the point. This post spawn, and post spawn, crappie are moving around. That's why they're at that bridge. All right, guys, I moved again. The winds just beat me. Well, I caught those in open water. They got there to where they wouldn't even pay attention to me. And then I caught a couple more that I didn't even put on camera. They were babies. I mean, they were like 6-7 inches long. So small crappie right now, not hard to come by. That's a decent fish though, isn't it? That's on the blue boy. Let's see if we can catch one. I've caught them on all the colors now I've made. I was throwing the remelt color back there. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Maybe we'll throw it one more time before I leave here. Let's see. There's a couple of, right now, like I said, the crappie are moving a lot. The bridge up there has the most crappie I've seen anywhere, and they've been there for a couple of days. I was down there Thursday evening at that bridge, and I caught a bunch of fish. And I told you why. That bridge always holds a few fish, but right now they're feeding after the spawn, and shad and stuff are running through there. Now I know some of y'all make comments that blue boy is the best color, and it is a good color. We have a little bit of stain to the water. It's rained for like 2 days in a row. It'll rain again this evening, they said. I threw blue boy at this little pile of fish over here. It's 3 or 4. I think they're on a stump. But anyway, I threw at them about 6 times. They'd follow it, they'd peck at it. I threw over the first time with this color, and this rolled up and nailed it. Sometimes, guys, you don't be afraid to switch colors. You hear me say it all the time. If you're stuck on one color, you're losing out. That's a nice fish, very pretty. Yep, this is the neat, well, I gotta cut my pliers, I'm sorry. Went to show it to y'all and I jerked it away from you. Got the hook in my finger. This is the neon lime chartreuse belly. Now, it's cloudy today. All right, so y'all hear me say this a lot. If you've got a cloudy day, or if the water's got some stain to it, or both, you're not gonna beat chartreuse. And today is one of those days. The chartreuse colors have worked best today. This has probably been the best color for me today. This one and the chartreuse with wipeout back, I call yummy, has been good. Right there's the fish. See, ain't but a couple there. That bottom stuff's brush. There's 2 or 3 there, and there's 2 or 3 right there. Let's just see if they'll do it again. Whatever that is not very big. I threw a little short that time, so it's gonna be my fault. And that's a 1/48 ounce head there. Do you see it sinking, coming there, blinking? That's how slow it's sinking, guys. I was throwing a 1/16, and they wouldn't react to it at all because it was moving too fast. They're not in a real aggressive mood today. When they're not in a really aggressive mood, it felt too short. They didn't even come out and check it out. Today, you got to hit them on the head, and you can get by with the 1/16. I was out there in the deeper water. When I was out there in open water at the bridge, I got by with that. I'm in a little pocket here now off the main channel. These fish right here will not even follow the 1/16. It's moving too fast for them. They'll pull it behind it, then they turn around and go back. when I bring it past them. See, it's barely just now got to them, guys, and they're about 10 feet deep. The water's about 12, 14 foot there. And I see a couple checking it out. A couple rows up and checked it out. So I caught one there. Now they're gonna be a little tougher to catch. All right, and they won't leave that pile. You can see my bait right here. See there? See, there's a couple behind. That's it. Not easy to catch today.